Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Slightly Modified YouTube channel. I'm Andrew Garza, also known as Is300 Garza on Instagram. Now, we got some cool going on today. So the yellow car has been getting a lot of love and then it just stopped out of nowhere. So I figured, let's just keep it going. I went ahead and got these Motegi racing wheels. They're basically a remake of MB Battles. They've been pretty much discontinued for a while now. I guess Motegi bought the rights to it or some shit. I don't freaking know. But they look exactly the same as Battles. It's crazy. I tried ordering them in white. They didn't have them in white, so I got them in matte black. Kind of glad though, because white gets dirty really fast. I just really like white wheels. So yeah, we went and bought some tires. We're gonna go pick those up right now, and then we're gonna go get these installed. We're gonna try to throw them in the car. They're probably not gonna fit. I bought a fender roller. It should be here in the mail. So we actually we have a lot of stuff to do to get this going. Now, in the spirit of all this, I figured, you know, since I could just throw everything in the back of my pickup truck and just get it done. No, let's make it harder on ourselves. Let's try to fit 4 wheels and 4 tires in the back of the Beamer. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but we are going to try. Okay, well, I'm like 50-50 that this is gonna work. But I got 2 wheels in the back seat, 2 in the trunk. So I'm thinking hopefully if I could sit tires on top of this, I might be able to put 2 tires here, 2 tires there. It's obviously gonna be easier getting them out in balance because instead of 8 there'll be 4. But I did manage to shove 2 in the trunk, so with a subwoofer in there, so that's pretty good. Yeah, let's get after it. First things first, we got my interior's falling apart. We're gonna go to America's Tire. We're gonna pick those babies up. God, it feels so good to drive this car. If you guys haven't watched the videos of me 1J swapping this E36, you definitely gotta do it. This swap turned out great. I love it. And this car is just overall so beautiful, you know? I just enjoy driving this. I drive it all the time. Pretty much all the gauges work. Man, this car is just, I'm just overall really happy with it. Even the horn works. I don't want to piss this guy off, but got perfect gauges, tells us everything we need to know. AFR, we got boost right there, water temperature, battery, oil temperature right here, the green, and then we got the freaking oil pressure right here, 25 pounds at idle. Not bad. Love it. Let's roll. We did it. It's just a little tight fit. My interior panels keep breaking off, but we did it. Cop. Man, you guys should have seen these guys try to stretch these tires. It was so funny. I was probably there for almost an hour and a half listening to them constantly blow cheetah air into those tires, trying to get them stretched. It was the funniest thing, but they got it done. They were trying to tell me, oh, not a lot of tire shops have the equipment that we do, so you probably wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Bro, I used a can of brake cleaner and some fire, man. Calm down. Yeah, but they did it. They charged me an insane amount of money though. $28 per tire. So this was like $112. Yeah, $112 to mount these tires. These are Motegi Battles. They're a remake of the original MB Battle that they made, I don't know, 5-10 years ago. The wheels look exactly the same. The only difference I noticed is instead of the center cap clipping in, it's bolted in by 2 Allen screws. I already dropped this one on the face, stupid ass. But other than that, pretty much exactly the same. There's minor differences. Actually, I have an MB Battle over there. Let's go grab it. These specs are 17 by 9.5 plus 15. This one is 2. So let's see right off the bat, what can we see? Yeah, just about nothing. They look exactly the same. They have the same markings on them and everything. Well, the only thing I do kind of notice is the holes, the little holes in between the big holes kind of go into the wheel a little bit. And then these ones, they kind of don't. But literally, other than that, they look spitting image exactly the same. So, I know you guys may be thinking, 17 by 9.5 plus 15. Garza, can you fit those on your car? The answer is no. They're not gonna fit, but we're gonna make them fit. So it's gonna take a while, I'm not gonna lie. I did have these on one of my cars before, back in 2013. I'll post a picture right here. So the wheels fit and they look good. The only thing is you're gonna need help from some heat and some rolling. So with these two bad girls, you should be able to get the job done. You might need a grinder too for the back, the bumper tab. So we're gonna go over all that because I think I'm gonna title this video, how to make your car hella flush. Now, I'm not gonna be like super hella flush, but you guys will get the idea. By the way guys, these chromies, they do look good in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing is the tires on them are trashed. I didn't want to waste money putting tires on like old shitty wheels, so we'll hold on to them. But yeah, run through these battles on. Okay, both fronts are rolled. I tried to roll that side a little bit more. It ended up being just about the same. So I'm gonna pull that one off, roll it more, finish it up, and then I gotta pull the caliper off, roll this one more. Because as you can see where I can't clear the caliper, it's like the lip of the fender is literally sticking out, so I need to get that in. Yeah, the paint's chipping pretty good. I mean, that and that was already there. Yeah, so it's a trial and everything. So we're gonna roll that side, roll this side, put it back on the ground, and then honestly it will self-clearance the rest of the way. The main thing you want to do is when you roll that fender, you want to tuck it up as flat as you can. That way when you feel it, there's nothing sticking out at all, because that's like when you turn, if you're really low, your tire could catch that and rip it out and technically buckle your fender and just trash it. So that's the main thing you want to do. But self-clearancing really will work, you know, if you rub enough or if you turn enough. If you notice where you turn right here in the center, it will be a tiny bit more bulged out because that's where the wheel needs the most clearancing. So we can let the wheel do that naturally, but what we're trying to do is just roll everything as even as possible. Now this roller isn't the best thing for a slammed car, and I'll show you in a minute because I'm gonna have to pull this tire back off. But yeah, she's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. I was gonna lower the car more, but it's just gonna be almost, I don't want to say undrivable, but just not comfortable. There's going to be constantly rubbing and stuff everywhere. So we're going to put this back in the air, see if we can get a little bit more out of this fender. So let me show you a little bit what we're talking about. How about this fender roller is not really ideal for slammed cars, because I have this thing maxed out. I have it on the back setting, give us a little bit more clearance. And I have this thing laid all the way out at 90 degrees. And we're barely touching the fender. Now that's a problem because you don't really want this at 90 degrees, because when you initially start rolling fenders, you kind of want that to be like, I don't know, between, I don't know, 45 and 90 degrees. I'm no professional, but basically what you want to do is you want to have it at a 45 to kind of get the crease start going first. And then the more you start rolling, the more you can kind of like get closer to 90 degrees. That way you're pushing it in. So at first you want to kind of like bring it out and up a little bit, then you want to push it in. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just pushing it in, and what it's doing is it's not creating a sharp crease. And now as you can see, all my freaking paint's falling off. I mean, it's gonna do the job, so I don't really care, but I'm just saying if anybody wants to do this shit to their car, then I don't know. I'm kind of bummed I had to pull the caliper off too. That's what you really get for buying a cheap fender roller. Give her a little bit more of a pull, and we're gonna call it a day on this fender, put the caliper back on. So okay, just about done. Got the caliper bolted up. Now, see where all the chipped paint is? What I did was I just took some super glue and I kind of put it over all the bare metal and where the paint meets the bare metal, because that's where it's going to keep chipping. So what I did to combat that is just kind of put it on there, almost did this creative layer of like coating, that way the paint can't keep chipping off. So I did that all the way from end to end. We're looking all right, we ain't looking too bad. Let's use the car. It's dirty, it's been sitting for about a month. I think we're gonna bolt this wheel back up and call it good. The only way we're gonna know if it's gonna have a problem or not is just to drive it. So we're gonna do this, put it back on the ground and see what it really looks like. Then we're gonna try to match the other side. And it is hot as hell outside, holy cow. Front's just about done. This side, real close, almost credit card fitment, which is, that's not really good enough for me. Kind of want to go a little bit wider. I drive this car every day. This side, For some reason, when I rolled it, it got worse. I think it was because I was concentrating on rolling the front of the fender and the back of the fender where we have tons of room. And when I did that, it kind of pulled the middle in. So what I need to do is probably pull the wheel back off and just concentrate on like this 6-inch section, just to kind of roll it out a little bit, flare the lip a little bit, and then that should be good. But we're gonna go ahead and start on the back. We'll be here all freaking day if we just keep taking wheels on and off. Luckily, I don't need to take the calipers back off because the back part of the fender is rolled pretty good. This side I'm happy with. This side I'm not. You can see a little bit more poke. So we're gonna finish the car up, drive around the block, and really see how many more adjustments we need to make. As for the rear, went ahead and threw a wheel on there already. It's definitely hitting. So hopefully I can get a little bit. The back is a little more simpler because you're not turning. So basically what I want to do is just pull this whole thing just a little bit. I don't need to go too far down, so I'll probably stop rolling right around here, and we'll see how it looks. But right now, the car isn't even all the way on the ground, and it's already hitting just in this middle section right here. But we're gonna go ahead and pull the whole thing out. It looks like somebody already rolled them. Looks like they did it with a fucking baseball bat or something, because it looks like shit. Paint's falling off, but hey, whatever. We're gonna put this back up. We're gonna give her a whirl. Really terrible at this filming YouTube thing, but it's kind of done. Kinda, not really. The front's okay. We're going straight. Of course it rubs when it turns, but I was mentioning that self-clearancing thing, so I'm gonna hope that that's actually gonna happen. The front looks like it needs to go a little bit lower. I'm not too happy with the ride height, but it's good. The front, the rubbing's not too bad, but the rear, on the other hand, oh my god, it's pretty fucking bad. So I was mentioning that there is a tab right here, right, where it mounts your bumper to your quarter panel. Well, that's what it's rubbing on, and when you slam a car, especially the Is300, that's where it ends up rubbing. So I got a tiny gap here. You could probably fit a quarter through there, so it's clear. The only thing is, when the suspension compresses, if your suspension's not stiff like mine, I have these Max Speeding Rod coilovers on there, they're good, but they're just not stiff. They're really soft, so I got a lot of wheel travel. Now that's not really good for a slammed car, so now we're gonna have to pull this wheel off. I bought a grinder because my Makita freaking RIP'd on me a couple months ago. So basically what I'm gonna do is get in there behind there with a flap disc, and I'm going to like I'm gonna pretty much get rid of like half of that tab. Now this bumper tab is actually still intact, so usually I shave the bumper tabs off. Like this one's broken. Usually what I do is I will drill a hole right here, drill a hole in the quarter panel, and I will put a zip tie, and that will hold the bumper perfectly fine since this is broken. But I think what we're gonna try to get away with now is this shaving everything up until the bumper mount screw, because it still kind of sits in there if you just kind of shove it in there. So I'm just gonna shave about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch of that tab out. And then this little piece, you see how the fender's rolled and then it kind of dips in right there? It can't be pulled right there because this is actually attached to this like whole part of the bottom of the quarter panel. So once you shave that away, you should be able to, what I normally do is just get a jack handle, lift it up, put it in between the tire, and kind of just push this little piece out, and it'll give you that extra clearance that you need. But she's pretty flush and I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm gonna do that. The car is drivable. I did drive it about 10 miles, but it's just annoying hearing every little so that's pretty much all we have to do, and then hopefully she can be flushed out. Hope you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can see that. This is what we're pretty much gonna get rid of. We're gonna grind all of this down right here. You can actually see where it's been rubbing right there and right there. So we're gonna grind all that down and probably go almost as far towards the bolt as we can. We'll get rid of all that. Takes all the guesswork out. Oh, yep, you can see the rubber from the tire right here too. We're gonna get rid of all that. So, got my good old grinder, got a flapping wheel, and we're gonna get to work. I don't know, it took about 5 minutes. Just got rid of a lot of this stuff right here. Technically, we can get rid of this plastic piece, but I'll try to keep it for as long as I can. It doesn't affect the wheel rubbing on that. But try to make everything as smooth as you can, no rough edges. I see there's still a little bit of jagged metal right here. We'll probably try to grind that smooth, just so that if your tire does ever contact that, you won't be in a tough time. So yeah, everything's pretty good here. I would call this done. Try not to cut it too much. So you always start with little amounts, but I've been at this before. So now if you want to, you could take this little piece that kind of like pushed in, and you can kind of pull that piece out. Holy shit, guys, I've been freaking out. I lost my GoPro for like 2 days. I couldn't find it. Lo and behold, it was sitting on the back bumper of this Explorer right here. It's been sitting outside, so super glad I found it. There's a lot of footage on here, holy cow, from like 3 different videos. Anyways, we're still working on the Is300, trying to get it all dialed in. I've been test driving it here and there, and she's still rubbing. The front rubs, but only when you turn, so I don't really care. Driving straight, it's fine. She ain't too bad. And I got a little bit of clearance. As you can see, it's already kind of creating that little lip in the middle where the tire goes out to turn. Some rubber here, but not a big deal. So we're gonna call the front done for now, but the back's having a problem. Since this suspension squats so much, when you get on the gas, it just automatically squats down and rubs. So this side wasn't too bad. It only rubs on like really hard bumps, which is expected. But this side, I've been having a problem with. So we're kicking it old school here. We got an old Foundations of Business book I took a couple semesters ago in college. So we've been kind of using this. What we do is we put it like this, and we drop the car on it, and then I just sit on the trunk and I just jump on it. Now, this is not super effective, but it might give me exactly what I need to be okay. I've already done it a few times. It's working a tiny bit, but it's not working as well as I want. The more people, the better. If you had like 3 people back here, it would probably work a lot better. But as for now, the car's done. It's washed, it's looking good. Check it out. Looking real good. Except for this fender's got a dent, some chip paint, stuff like that. This car ain't perfect, but she's a daily, so I'm gonna drive it, treat it like a daily. Before I end this video off, we're gonna take some pictures, and we'll get a tiny bit more video before we end this video off. So I'm gonna head to work. So after that, then we'll go and we'll get some better pictures of the car so you guys can see how good it looks in the night light. It's a beautiful spot because I work just around the corner, so might as well get a nice shot of this old girl right here. Gonna take some pictures. This is a famous spot in downtown LA, so since I work here, might as well stop by real quick. Cops come here a lot though, so I'm trying to get in and out kind of quick. But car looks good, man. She's all freaking stanced out. She don't rub too bad either on the drive, so I'll put some pictures up here in a second. But I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. We're out. Catch you next time.